Alright, you guys are live.
How's it going, guys? Marco Moreno here, Jay Lopez, Tanner Harvey. Today, I'm lost with days. Friday, March 20, 2020 is the 5th day of the temporary school closure, and you know, we miss you guys. It's kind of bittersweet day for us because for one side we cannot have you guys here to share the news that we have, but on the second side is that the results are in.
Somebody's getting a stripe?
Somebody's getting a stripe? No.
Somebody's getting a belt.
No belt, not a stripe. The best of Loudon. Remember, I was asking everybody to come and vote, and every day I got the results here, you guys. So best of Loudon 2020 martial arts studio. Let me check.
Oh, you didn't
Should
look.
I tell
This
them?
is so that you didn't check it.
I didn't check yet.
Oh, we'll find out right now.
Alternative medicine, barber shop, dance studio, Ashburn Academy. I have a very good dance studio. If you guys want to go, it's the one where I go.
You own the dance studio.
No, I don't own dance studio.
You have a friend that owns the dance
I
studio.
have a friend,
Got
yeah,
it.
where I go to dance.
Where you go practice to you're
I
training.
go to practice.
Got it. Okay.
Should I say it?
I think it's time to unveil. I think it's time.
No,
to unveil.
the dance studio. The best dance studio is Dance King here in Leesboro, downtown Leesboro.
And that's the one where you go to.
Yes,
Man,
learn bachata.
everything is happening.
It's so hard. Learn how to dance.
Oh, I
You know how
can't. Yeah,
to
no,
dance?
I'm very bad at
Are you?
I thought
I
knew.
do a lot of like interpretive dancing.
black belt? Black belt
Like whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like freestyle.
Yeah.
That's my style too.
Black belt dancing?
Huh?
Black
Me?
belt
No.
dancing? 10
10
day.
day free trial.
10-day free trial.
Day spa, esthetician, fitness center. Should we tell them?
They don't want to know. I don't think they want to know.
I
Let's
wanna
talk
know.
about something else.
All right. No, they do. Maybe we should tell them.
Health food store, for goodness sake,
Like, come
natural
on.
foods.
Hurry up, Marco.
Nobody's even watching.
My
It's just my
stomach
family.
hurts. Oh, is it just your family?
Yes.
How many people, Guillermo?
6 now.
What?
How's it
6.
going, guys? We're
Let me share.
I'm revealing here if we won best of Loudon. You guys get the newspaper?
Let me.
Nail salon, tattoo shop. You got your tattoo around here?
I have no tattoos.
No tattoo?
No
What?
tattoos.
Wait, which tattoo shop?
Northern Virginia Tattoo Company.
No.
That's the best. Yoga, Pilates, Flow Yoga.
What about the martial arts studios?
Date spot. Date spot?
Date spot, like to get a date
I
In
guess
parentheses, not a restaurant.
for singles.
for single, hopefully.
Farms, farmer market. Favorite road. Is there a best of favorite road?
People voted for their favorite road.
Yes. Golf course. Place to gossip.
These are some ridiculous categories.
Yeah, the real ladies of London.
the real ladies.
The real ladies.
It sounds like a soap opera.
Chinese restaurant, Jasmine. Chinese, I've been to that. It's a good restaurant.
Which one?
Chinese.
But this one, Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Good,
Yes,
real good.
downtown Leesburg.
Man, these are all the number ones, huh?
Blue Ridge.
Blue
Yeah,
Ridge
a lot of good businesses in Leesburg.
So,
Let's talk about
So-
MMA.
so before we talk about MMA, that's a good point about supporting your local businesses.
Especially now in these times.
Man, huge.
Right? Because they are going through like, man, they cannot have dining, for example, restaurants, right? They can only do to go. So if you can help go to a restaurant in order to go. If
Or
you're
like I've been using the app like Uber Eats.
Uber
for
Eats,
whatever.
DoorDash. So you guys,
It's time.
it's time. Best martial arts studio, Loudon County. The Basics Crazy Jiu-Jitsu.
Man.
You did it.
We did it. 4 more years.
You guys did it, actually.
They did it. The students.
Thank you very much,
Man,
you guys, for your support and your continuous like dedication to coming and voting and for support, but also for like dealing with me all every day, telling you like vote, and finally
It paid off.
to be the best of London, recognized by this prestigious local newspaper. So I mean, that's just another motivation for us to keep giving our best of what we do here, which is teach the best jiu-jitsu we can in the safest facility, in the cleanest facility, in the most family-friendly facility that we can provide, and to make it available for everyone, regardless of size, physical shape, or we want everyone to have a safe place for them to come and train jiu-jitsu. So that's what our mission is, and that's what we are committed to do. And man, with such amazing community that we have here as students and parents, we're recognized by our hard work. So you guys, thank you very much. This is just amazing, and I'm feeling really happy and just honored to be part of this, and just to have the opportunity to be kind of like the head, but also like just be a part of what we have created here, you know. So thank you very much. I cannot thank you enough for making us to the top. In my heart, I always feel like we are best, you know, because I give my best, and we all as instructors here try to give our best all the time. So, but I mean, every year, because we've been open since 2012, we opened 2011 December, but our official grand opening was 2012, right? And this Best of Loudon has been going all these years, but really I never care about participating. People say, oh, you are nominated. I said, I keep giving my best regarding, because it's almost like I'm not, my dedication and my commitment and my enthusiasm is not, I'm not asking for a validation, you know. I don't need that. I feel like I can be giving the best I can regardless of.
So you're motivated by seeing your students progress.
Yes,
and succeed.
exactly. That's my real motivation. So, you know, that's what keeps me going. See the students progress, see the kids becoming more empowered. You know, the guys who drop weight, the kids who are becoming more confident. That's the real motivation that we got here to keep providing the best. But this year, well, I actually was Noel's idea. So Noel was like, man, the Best of London, you should try. I was like, no, I don't need that. But she convinced me to do it, and we kind of had a plan to ask the students to vote. And that's the thing, I didn't want the students to, it's almost like I'm humble, and I don't want to, somebody's like, tell them to vote for you, you know. Vote for me that I'm the best. Some will go against my personality.
Your principles, right.
You know. But anyway, special thank you to Noel. Thank you, Noel, for letting us
Camera, she's over here off camera.
do this. And she did all the hard work of sending emails and reminding the students to vote. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Noel.
Guys, Alana says congrats. Carol says
Hey,
congratulations.
Thank you, Caroline.
She said you all totally deserve it. Manny says congrats on the Best of Loudon.
Man, thank you, Manny. I wish we were here with all the students and sharing it. with
Right.
everybody, you know? But man, I feel like so honored for your support and to be accomplished, and just the recognition more is like official now. You know, it's just to make it official, like we are the best. Maybe next year I'm not even gonna participate. I just wanted people to.
It's business as usual. Best of Loudon.
No, you're still gonna.
She says you're still gonna do it. Reigning champion. it's business as usual. Either best of Loudon or
Yes,
Loudon.
and I feel like, let's say, if we are not the best of London, are the students gonna leave and go to whoever is the best? No, I don't think so, right?
But I think that's why we ended up winning, is because we have those students that are dedicated.
Mm-hmm. The family atmosphere, you know,
Exactly.
the personable relationships we have with the
Exactly.
families here. I think.
I don't think that people will be like, oh, they're not the best, or
They see the basics give back to the community, so the community wants to give back to the basics.
yes, and I want to give back to you guys, but right now, these times, we still have to stay close. But if more seminars will come, I'll be giving free seminars on Sundays. Maybe we're still deciding a way to kind of pay back for all this support.
Huge
The best
webinar.
way.
GU has a huge webinar tomorrow, right?
Man, you guys, tomorrow, thank you for reminding me. Tomorrow, what time is it now?
3, I think. 3 o'clock.
It's yes, 3.
3 Easter time.
Yeah.
Easter time, Hiro and Hannah are gonna have a live web seminar that only available for students of their network, Grace University students.
So you watch it through the website?
So you can watch it. Now, how can you watch it? Good question. Through the website?
We're gonna send them the link. You have to get the link.
Got it. Check your email. We are gonna send you the link of the place where we're gonna hold this web seminar, right? As a matter of fact, it should be sent like in next
Yeah, it should be sent this evening.
hour or so. We're gonna send you the link. So tomorrow at 3, you have the link. If for whatever reason you haven't not received the link, let me know, and I'll send you the link. And I'm gonna be tuning in, you know, because it's always amazing to learn from Hiro and Henner. Just to be ready to learn, and just can't wait to see what they are gonna come up to show us in regards.
This is unprecedented for them too. They've never closed down like this.
It's unprecedented for everybody.
A lot of people, right?
Yes, this is
So it's
new terrain for everybody.
So they're having to, like, just like everybody, they're having to find creative ways to either work out, to train jiu-jitsu. They're having to find ways to stay in the loop.
Exactly.
So with the same thing, they're doing the same thing that we're doing. They're going to host a webinar. Since we can't have students in the flesh, then I'm going to have them all. The next best thing is just live on the internet.
Exactly.
Good thing
exactly.
Jiu-Jitsu is highly adaptable.
Owen says congratulations, guys.
Owen?
Thank you,
Owen,
Owen.
yep. And then
You guys, I've been having emails of people who forgot their passwords. They don't know their emails. How to send me an email if you cannot access Grace University for whatever reason, for you or your kids, you are unable to watch the videos. Please contact me, and I will send you the password, or I'll help you through the signing in to get access to your videos. But thank you guys for Best of Loudon, best martial arts studio in Loudon County. And I wrote this, maybe I should read it. We invite the community to visit us and experience the safe environment we have created for the practice of Jiu-Jitsu. We have programs for the entire family, kids bulletproof, adults, Gracie combatives, which is co-ed, beginners, master cycle, advanced Jiu-Jitsu, and women power. No experience is needed or to be in good shape to start. If you come, your new student mentioned Best of London, we'll give you 15-day free trial. We offer military, law enforcement discounts, family discounts. Join us and discover the Jiu-Jitsu lifestyle, a fun journey towards self-improvement. So thank you guys again, and we have a nice ad right here. Check it out. You seen this?
Christian's
No, I
famous.
haven't.
I'm gonna get
I've seen the
Christian's
picture,
autograph.
but I didn't see the ad.
Christian's
That's amazing.
Christian's famous?
Christian's famous.
Christian is
We have to
famous.
make him famous now. Maybe. Guillermo, left,
The
right.
perfect face.
That's good.
The alligator.
That's
Check it
fine.
out.
Bring it a little closer if you can.
Basic Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, a way of life for everyone. It's Christian right there. and the Best of Loudon winner. We're a certified training center by the Gracie University. We're part of the Helson Gracie Network. We have programs for the entire family, for kids, women, Gracie combatives, co-ed classes. So thank you so much, guys, for your continued support of the school. And this is just something that will motivate us to keep giving ourselves the best we can. Okay, you guys want to keep reading this? Because my cousin was also participating for best, I guess, best banker or something.
Best banker?
No, I don't know what best from best teller,
Oh,
best
Uncle
teller.
Julio's.
Huh?
Uncle Julio's.
Uncle Julio's.
Tío Julio's.
Uncle Julio's
Uncle
is
Julio's?
like by the Ashburn, by London.
One Loudon? Loudon one?
That's
One
Uncle
Loudon?
Julio's, right?
Yeah, it's in one line.
Yeah, I like that too.
Marco Jerry says such recognition by the community helps that new people are interested in Jiu-Jitsu. New people interested in Jiu-Jitsu will try a safe school. Jiu-Jitsu loses too many people with because of bad schools.
Thank you, Jerry.
It's true.
Thank you for your support, for your ideas. You're bringing me, I saw your email about ideas for this live Facebook video, so I'm considering them. Maybe in the future we'll keep implementing more things.
And Jerry always asks good questions. I think
Jerry's always
asking
participating.
questions.
Yes, thank you, Jerry. Because besides my family, Jerry is
Jerry's number 2
watching
guy.
numbers.
Also, Eli says, watching you guys from work right now, missing being on the mats, getting beat up.
Be
Hey,
safe.
who's
Be
this?
safe. Eli,
Eli? Sorry.
How's it
be
going, man?
safe. Be safe out there. Stay safe.
Stay safe and
Also, Liz Salas says, congrats, felicitaciones.
thank
Oh,
you.
gracias.
Gracias.
And then your mom says, congratulations
Thank you, Mom.
to all the family Gracie Jiu-Jitsu in Leesburg. You guys are the best. You're the
Thank
best.
you,
We
Mom.
miss you. We miss you. Come back.
No, she cannot come back right now because coronavirus.
Yeah, not right now.
After. Later.
Accounting services. Bank. Just wanted to check if my cousins dog pet store.
Very, very nice to see them support for local businesses.
Right.
Local businesses, and then like the people too that work for these businesses, hermano, that are affected by this catastrophe that we're going through right now. They're affected. Some of them aren't working. They're staying home. You know, so and some of them aren't getting paid. They're not getting salaries, and they're always looking, how am I gonna pay the rent? How am I gonna, but like there's times like that where the community comes together and helps each other out, in whatever way they can.
Yes,
I saw somebody say on Twitter that I live in a community that has a lot of elderly. If you need me to go get your groceries for you, or you need me to get your toiletries, whatever, please call this number.
That's awesome.
And that's the thing, like sometimes a situation like this brings also the best. Sometimes we
Right.
focus on the bad, the people who like the hoarders.
The hoarders and the toilet paper brawlers and
Exactly, people who fight for toilet paper. But there is nice people out there, like I said the other day in my building, somebody left like toilet paper and detergent and food there and say, hey, just take it. We're a community with a little note,
Right.
just water, and people were just taking it from their auto repair shop. My car windshield got a little chip, and it's like getting bigger, like the crack.
Mm.
I had
Spiled.
to, I had to replace my whole windshield because of that one. time.
Really? Where
Yeah.
do you go? Auto
actually,
repair. West
I ended
London.
up getting a new car.
oh, Round Hill, it's in Round Hill, right?
Guys, Ethan and Nathan say, congrats and woo!
Ethan, Nathan.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. We miss you guys. Ugg and Lee are doing really good. Our plants, Ugg and Lee. Ethan, Nathan
Ugg
always
and
ask
Lee.
about Ugg and Lee, the plants.
And they're doing well.
They always ask about the plants, Ugg and Lee.
The name is Aaron B.
First, it's Lee, and then Lee was born first, and then Ugg came second.
But if you put it together, it's ugly.
Oh, I never thought about that. Be nice.
I don't think they like that
Be
name.
positive.
I don't think the plants would like that name.
Fucking leave.
You guys, thank you. I was looking for my costume here. Best martial arts studio on list in Loudon, guys. Thank you very much for your help.
There's a lot of studios in this county too. That's very prestigious honor that you hold there.
Yes, I don't even see the other dining out. So you guys,
Maybe they
What are we
can.
gonna talk
How
about?
can they get their hands on this paper? Do you know how they can get a copy if they want a copy?
so I went to the dance studio and they have it in there. So I don't know.
Oh, so-
They distribute it. Is this free, or they buy it? This is subscription?
I think it's free actually.
Is it free? So they can just find it anywhere where they.
I mean, I think it got delivered to my house.
Oh. If you guys know, let us know. I don't know either. I'd like to have.
Let us know how to get a
Yeah,
hold
I'd like
of
to
it.
I think you have to pay for it.
It's
Do you
online
have to
too.
pay
It's
for it?
online too. Erica says it's
I thought-
online too.
JD,
Oh.
pull it up.
It's on what? I'm
It's
sorry.
It's
online.
online for free too.
It's online for free.
It's online for free. I kind of like borrowed this.
And
From
then, if you run out of toilet paper, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Too soon.
I actually have been coping with coronavirus. Man, signs everywhere. Cool guys.
Erica posted the link on the comments.
Somebody
So,
post the link
Erica did, so if anyone
Erica
wants
post the
to.
link.
for the best of
You guys
Loudon.
can
Thank
just
you, Era.
click on it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Erica. Man, you guys, let's talk about coronavirus.
Really? I thought we were talking about.
No.
Something different.
MMA.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something
How,
different.
so they probably heard about
Everybody's like,
coronavirus.
they're getting
they've
the
I've heard
about
enough. I've heard enough coronavirus.
MMA. Let's talk MMA.
Yeah.
There's no live sports going on right now. No live sports. Nothing.
No live sports.
Khabib got saved.
Khabib
got
He got saved.
saved?
Is
What do
it
you mean
Khabib
That
is
saved?
in
fight's called off.
danger?
That fight's called off.
What does it mean
They
saved?
called it off.
Not
Because no, yeah, but they're gonna call
It's
it off.
probably gonna get canceled.
What does it mean saved?
So I think he means that the fight's going to eventually be called off due to the.
He's trying to say
coronavirus.
that Tony Ferguson is gonna beat Khabib, which I'm
No,
not
he
sure I
is. He
agree with.
is.
I'm not sure I agree with
Guillermo
that.
is
Are you a Khabib fan?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, you're not a Khabib fan.
He's
No.
only not a Khabib fan because he
'Cause he
loves
sucks.
Conor McGregor. I got it. No, good. They're great fighters.
Oh,
Great
I know.
athletes. Great fighters.
And
great
because
athletes.
Ferguson is a better
Listen,
fighter
this
than
is
his.
live, so be
Guillermo
careful
and
what you say.
Last
about these
McGregor
fighters.
fight. You would have seen Guillermo.
Oh man,
You
he
seen
was
him?
happy. Yeah, he was excited. You were excited, huh?
A little bit.
Who did he fight? Dustin Poirier. So who he fought?
No.
When
Oh,
his
no,
last
that was
fight,
Khabib.
That's right.
that was
I'm sorry.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
Cowboy.
Yes, Cowboy.
Beat
With
Cowboy.
the shoulder strikes.
Yes, he beat Cowboy.
Beautiful performance by the king.
Not impressed.
Not impressed.
What?
No, actually, no. I was just joking.
Like, Conor McGregor.
McGregor. Walking. No, you guys. He's amazing fighter. McGregor is.
Incredible fighter.
But I think the Khabib fight coming up. How do you see that fight, Tanner? What do you think? How do you think it's gonna go? I mean, obviously, what Khabib wants is like take to the ground.
Yeah,
Just
but
maul him.
the issue is that Tony Ferguson is really comfortable on his back, and they both have gas tanks for days. So the issue is neither one of them is going to gas out, and you've seen how Tony Ferguson can deliver sharp elbows from the bottom. So it just depends on if Khabib can stay on top and stay safe, not get caught.
Which
in
he
submission.
won't be able to.
It's possible.
No way.
It's possible.
We don't know.
El
What
Khabib
about
is
what do you think?
wild on the
What do you
bottom.
think is standing? Do you think? I don't
I
think.
think
I think
Khabib
Ferguson.
and
Ferguson's better.
Ferguson are both. I think Ferguson is definitely the better striker.
Yes, I give the edge to.
Yeah.
So
Tony
maybe
Ferguson.
Ferguson just wanna keep it standing.
He might.
But if he goes to the ground, he'll be
You
fine
know
too.
Khabib is
Because
going to go for the
who
takedown.
rocked Khabib? Khabib was rocked like this one.
Conor
fight.
McGregor or Johnson, Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson did beat him
yes.
up a little bit.
Connor
Yeah.
hurt him too in their fight for a brief moment. He
Yes.
doesn't have like he can't eat big shots the way some other fighters can. Khabib will like if he gets caught with a big power punch, especially late in the fight, he could get knocked out.
Interesting.
What do you think about is Ferguson just gonna try to sprawl, or he's just gonna let the takedown happen
I
and
think
try to
he-
sneak
That's
a
the
dart?
thing.
You
He's
know?
really sneaky from the bottom, but I think he will be trying to do some takedown defense at least early on to maybe get some of Khabib's energy out.
But do you think he's gonna try to sneak the darts from the takedown defense?
It's always on the table.
you know.
It's always on the table. He's really really good at that
Man.
specific submission.
How that fight happens, because it's being canceled for
4 times, I think.
4 times already.
Yeah. 3 or 4
The fifth
times.
then, maybe they'll never fight.
They'll never fight. It's gonna be GSP Anderson Silva all over again.
GSP Anderson.
No, the fight never happened. I wanted to see it.
They never fought
They
GSP
never fought.
Anderson.
Mm-mm.
Man, I consider Anderson, to me so far, there'll be many fighters, but I never seen no one doing what Anderson was doing.
For the
When
amount
he
of
was
time
on
he
his-
did it, like his prime, the amount of time he did it.
Right, but do you remember how he beat Forrest Griffin?
Oh
Mhm.
my goodness.
Yep.
He was
Yeah.
just walking back with his
Yeah.
hands down.
That's very typical Anderson Silva, though. He gets in your head by acting like, but that's the thing. These fighters couldn't touch him, so he was putting his hands down, but it's not like he was in danger.
Forrest Griffin's a good fighter. He was
Yeah,
a really
Forrest
good
Yeah.
Griffin's one of the best.
Do you remember? Because this MMA is like for the current, but I like to talk about the previous
Mhm.
fights. You know, give
Also,
a
like we're gonna go back a little bit.
remember, yeah,
to Pride,
nostalgic,
maybe to
yes.
Pride.
little right. Hoist Gracie.
Hoist Gracie.
Let's
Cannot
go.
be
Let's talk
counted.
about.
Back
Yes,
when they
you
could
have to
fight
talk about-
multiple times in one night.
You have to you have to bring the early days into the
Yeah.
discussion.
We need to talk about Hoist Gracie.
Yeah.
Because Hoist Gracie was the reason why I'm doing Jiu-Jitsu. Because when I watch Hoist Gracie doing what he did, that's when I'm like, man, that is. Maybe I did karate when I was like 6, 7.
Me too.
But never got into it too much, and then I didn't do anything, just soccer. But in Peru, we play soccer like recreational everywhere, you know, never serious.
Leisure.
Yes, just for leisure. So one time and this was in national TV, but it was like a few months later after the
okay.
first UFC. So they said vale todo, they were calling it, and then it was late at night, like 11, 12 at night, and I was like, and now by accident I was watching TV and I saw Hoist Gracie beating the first UFC
UFC 1.
when he beat Gerard Gordeau, right? He took him down, choked him out. That was the first fight when the sumo wrestler got kicked in the face and his tooth fell off.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I was like, man, that guy is super cool. I wish I can learn something like that. Because up until that point, people were more into like boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing was
That's the most televised combat sport.
exactly, and the boxers were like the biggest superstars. Remember in the 80s, like
Tyson.
Mike Tyson,
Evander
and
Holyfield.
it was the belief that the boxers were the best
The
fighters.
superb, like the superb fighters, the best fighters.
Yes,
yeah.
like
Superior.
that's why
well.
people were saying nobody can beat.
Mhm.
Like it was almost a common knowledge that the boxer champion was the best fighter, right? But then Hoist Gracie came and changed the entire scene, because now it's not just standing and trading punches. It's like takedowns and chokes and arm bars, right? Everything goes. It doesn't have to be just standing and just open the whole new world.
And in the early days of the UFC, they were allowed to headbutt. They were allowed to kick in the groin.
Yes.
How about when they
The
had
only
him
thing
in
they
the
couldn't do
You remember
was,
that?
The kicks to the kidneys.
but like the only thing they couldn't do was gouge the eyes. I think that was the only thing they were allowed.
Yes.
They weren't allowed to
And
do.
there was the
No
fight.
biting, right?
Remember a fight
Yeah,
where the
he's
guy
biting.
was punching the guy in the groin?
Right.
Remember that fight? I forgot
That's
the guy.
messed
I think it was Chemo's.
He had his hair. He pulled.
Chemo's trainer.
Oh, you're
Otherwise,
right. Yeah,
no,
you're
you're
talking
talking
about
about
different fight. Yeah. When Hoist had his hair.
Hoist,
yeah,
when
yeah.
he fought Chemo, he had him by the
Yeah.
hair and was punching him, grabbing his hair, his ponytail.
It's
You
the
know?
perfect handle.
But the best, the one that I saw that I was like, man, how did he do that? Nobody knew what he did was the triangle. The triangle to Dan Severn. Hoist Gracie, Dan Severn. The triangle where
UFC 2.
I think it was UFC 4.
I can't remember.
4 where Dan Severn was on top just punching Hoist, and for a few minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and up until that point Dan Severn like suplexed everybody and was just an animal, you know.
Pounding him, yeah.
Everybody
Um,
Hoist fought was so much bigger than him.
That's the other
So
the
much
other thing
bigger.
impressive about watching Hoist was like he's not even the biggest one.
No, he's not.
And he's beating all these guys. And then he caught him with that triangle. Then all of a sudden, Dan Severn was just tapping, and everybody's like, even the commentators were like, "What happened?" Apparently, he's tapping. So I was like, man, this kind of sorcery I need to learn. But it was until like years later that I had the opportunity to actually start training.
Manny says Dan didn't even know what happened to him.
Dan Severn had no clue that I was even possible, right? So
I know how that feels because the first time I got put in a triangle, I didn't know it was happening.
right. We all experience
Yes, I think
being put in triangles and think that what happened. I just it hurt, so I tapped,
It's getting
and
dark.
that was good. But and then what about his fights with Ken Chandrock?
yes.
Two
Classic.
fights.
Legendary.
2 fights with Ken Chandrock.
Classic.
The first one, he beat him with rear naked choke. Remember that Ken Chandrock tapped,
And then he said he
but he
did
let
it.
go.
Right.
But then he's like, I didn't, and it was kind of like, oh, you did tap.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was the second fight where they went like 20 minutes, and I think that was a draw.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, MMA started getting the rules.
Yeah, they
Right.
had to because there were incidents and
Well, the thing of it is, in order for them to get sanctioned, like in Las Vegas, and the athletic commission wanted to give them a license, they said you need to clean up this sport. We have to allow testing. You have to have rules. You have to
Yeah.
have weight classes, gloves.
Yes.
So-
Because at one point there was the dark ages of MMA.
Oh yeah.
Only the true like hardcore fans were watching MMA because it was considered like brutal, like
Yeah,
cockfighting.
Mhm.
Even Congress,
Yeah. Senator McCain.
McCain.
Human cockfighting.
McCain called it human cockfighting, so it wasn't even like a nice thing to it wasn't even a sport.
it wasn't
you know?
viewed as a sport.
And that's what was causing that UFC start like not having any money. You know how much until like Dana White and the Fertitta brothers bought it. You know how much they bought it for? How much they bought the UFC for?
Wasn't it like 2 million?
$2 million.
Wow.
$2 million, which is nothing,
Nothing
for
compared
those
to
guys.
that's like
and compared
they make-
to what is
And Dana White
They
didn't
do
even
2
have to
million
invest anything.
pay-per-views
It
in
was
one
free.
night. Like,
exactly.
It's a fight purse for some of these
It's
fighters.
at 5 purse now, so that is incredible.
Yep.
Amazing.
But it kind of took the MMA out of the dark ages, and then we start seeing like Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell and
Classics.
Randy
Randy
Couture,
Couture, yeah.
and Anderson and
GSP.
GSP and
Matt Hughes.
the Ultimate Fighter.
The Ultimate Fighter.
I love
started
the Ultimate
The Ultimate Fighter
I
won.
love
Gave us
that
Nate Diaz.
show.
The Ultimate Fighter gave us Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz,
Mhm.
Diego Sanchez
Diego Sanchez.
wasn't the first
Diego the
Ultimate
Nightmare.
Fighter,
Yes.
and he won, right? He won the Ultimate Fighter. I cannot believe Diego Sanchez is still fighting.
He still fights.
What happened on his last fight?
I don't know if I saw his last fight.
So
I
they
didn't
were
see
talking
the-
about
It was
how
controversial. There was a controversy, wasn't
the
there?
corner was not giving him like technical advice, just kind of telling him things like
Guillermo, anything on that?
just get a hold of him, something like general. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, like his corner was telling him
His
just
corner, yes. And so I think his days are past, you know. And sometimes it's hard for fighters to
Yeah, how do you tell somebody to stop doing what they love to do?
exactly. So, but amazing Diego Sanchez.
It has to come from people that care about them, wanting their best interest in terms of their health, and their well-being for
Huge fan of.
later in life.
And that was the fight of Stefan Bonner. The final with Stefan Bonner with Forrest Griffin.
What a fight!
And that was a great fight.
What a fight!
At the end of the fight, people were asking like to be a draw, and I think Forrest Griffin won.
they ended up
And
both
he
having
won the Ultimate Fighter,
Yeah.
but I think Dana White went in there.
He
and said,
signed them
yeah,
both,
he
right?
won, but he's also gonna get
Stefan Bonner in the beginning of the
Stefan
contract.
Bonner's gonna get a
He
contract.
fought he's not is he still in the UFC? I don't know if he's
I don't
still
think
in
Stefan Bonner?
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I don't
I
think
haven't seen his name
Bellator,
in
maybe?
ages.
I don't think he's Stefan Bonner, but he got a few good fights.
We talk Bellator. What do you think about? Do you watch much Bellator?
I haven't been watching too much Bellator.
Jay,
Yeah, a little bit.
Michael Venom Page.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah.
I want to see him fight Israel Adesanya.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a fun fight.
Same fighting style. Same
Israel is so overhyped. He's
You
not
don't
even-
like Adesanya?
He's not even that good.
You don't like
man.
Because they were saying
I
he's
hope he
like
fights
the
John
next-
Jones and he gets school.
I think
They're
they were
in
saying
weight
he's the
classes.
next.
Adesanya said he was
Adesanya?
willing to fight him. So
Adesanya?
I want to
He's
see
good.
that.
He's good. No question. He's good. I saw the last fight with him and Yoel, and they're both good
He's
fighters.
good. I feel like
That
he's
was
They
a
threw 5
Like,
punches.
They're
That,
both
that wasn't even a
very
fight.
competitive
fight.
fighters. They're both.
I think it was a bad match. you know?
Yeah, that was a bad matchup.
You
By
have
the way,
two-
they're
Jerry
both
says
counter punchers.
Yeah, they're both
Jerry?
counterpunchers.
Jerry says some of the women now, like Angela Lee, show better ground game jiu-jitsu than the men's division.
That's
Angela Lee,
true.
Helson Gracie? Helson
That is
Gracie?
true.
Angela Lee's
Texas.
Angela Lee's Helson Gracie? Yes.
There, you see a lot more high-level grappling from the women's
Bro,
division.
that
a
last
lot more.
Joanna fight.
Oh, that was a war. That was a war.
That was a fight.
Yeah,
That was a fight.
People are saying the best women fight. Man, that was.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was the best fight I've seen.
Just period.
Like,
In
maybe
MMA.
ever.
They mixed it up. They didn't pull anything
How's
back.
Joanna?
I think that last video I saw she had a lot of bruises on her face, but she had that huge
That's not-
hematoma
That hematoma.
on her head. You know, on her she had another
Man,
forehead.
how do you continue hitting that spot? Like,
It's a
'cause-
target.
No, I know, but
As a fighter?
I would not. I would feel so bad.
I
But
know.
as a professional
gets easier
fighter,
to
you
hit.
have to target that
It's easier.
spot.
It gets bigger, you know. So
Yeah,
it's easier
I was
to
worried
hit.
it was gonna pop.
Yes. It
Oh.
was,
imagine.
Oh.
yeah, women mixed martial arts, man. There's some phenomenal athletes, phenomenal
Absolutely.
fighters. I mean,
Absolutely.
you can't. I mean, Amanda Nunes is just. I mean, she's
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
be considered one of the
That's
goats.
why I really hope the next
MMA.
UFC event doesn't get canceled because Jessica Andrade is supposed to fight Rose Namajunas.
I see.
That's gonna be a great fight.
Mhm.
That's the first time I think
Yeah,
Rose
she's
will
good
be
too.
back ever
Rose is
after
good too.
getting dropped on her head.
Bro, and women MMA fight is what it is because Gina Carano.
Gina Carano
And
Cyborg.
Cyborg.
Yes.
They were the
You gotta
first
give
to-
some credit to Rousey too, though. You have to.
She came after.
Rousey
But you
was
still have
after.
to give her
She's
some
good
credit
for
for
sure.
it.
Her
Man.
and
I think
her and
she
Misha
did.
Tate,
She
Misha
did.
Tate and her.
Misha Tate.
You know, but Gina Carano
Holly
for
Holm.
sure. Gina Carano, Cyborg,
That was the first,
For sure.
the first
100%.
women super fight.
Yes.
was
But
Gina.
Valentina now.
100%,
Oh,
man.
man. But
Shevchenko, yeah, she's
Ooh,
but
she's
she
good, man.
fought.
She's
She
really
fought
good.
Amanda twice.
Yep.
And lost.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
she
sure.
lost twice, both
She
by
lost,
decision.
so-
Yeah.
Because I would have liked to see that fight myself.
Amanda Nunes is a bulldog.
Amanda and
Fighter.
Valentina.
She's just a, like there's phenomenal. She's a phenomenal athlete first, and she's just an amazing fighter second.
Yep.
You know, first she's just
Yeah.
Amanda Nunes is just an amazing athlete
100%.
first. You know, but she's and then her fighting is just she's great at fighting too.
Do you know Valentina lived in Peru for a long time?
Shevchenko?
Shevchenko.
Really?
Yeah, she knows fluent Spanish.
Wow.
She
In one of
has
her fights, she had a Peruvian flag,
She
I
has
think.
That's
Peruvian
amazing.
flag when she goes to the ring, Peruvian flag,
Oh,
and
that's
one
amazing.
of her trainers is Peruvian,
Very
and she actually dances the Peruvian like a folklore.
The little dance after like when she
Yes, she does her Russian
Yeah.
dances, but she also dances the Peruvian dance.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, women are amazing fighters, right? Yes, and Ronda Rousey. Remember when she
Oh,
came?
yeah.
She was armbarring
Oh, yeah.
everybody.
I cried, man.
You have to. Her name's in the conversation. You have to. She's
And Ronda Rousey was armbarring everybody.
That specific setup for that specific armbar every time.
I just think that she kind of strayed away from her roots, you know, and she wanted to box versus be a judo fighter and a grappler.
Exactly. There was a point where they were saying she could fight Mayweather. Remember? They were trying to like people kind of like
remember
start
that.
getting. People were saying,
Yeah,
"Oh,
they
she's
didn't care.
gonna."
She gonna
Remember
fight.
Joe Rogan?
She's gonna fight a guy.
Joe Rogan. He said, "It's not just the best one in from our generation. It's the best one in like a lifetime." No, what did he say? Forgot what he said.
I
Put
do
it up,
remember.
Jimmy.
I do remember when
Joe Rogan says it's once.
about Mayweather. That was funny.
He said
So
something.
people
he
were
said-
just
people
getting
like,
too hyped on the Ronda Rousey,
It happens.
you know.
Especially when Joe Rogan starts talking about anybody.
Yeah,
And then
but
when
Joe
she
Rogan
fights-
was like,
And then she fights Holly Holm, a natural striker, and tries to strike with Holly Holm instead of clinch, take her down. You know,
yes, and that kick.
That
kick, the kick hurt her around.
Haha, you beat me to
Kick
it.
her around the world. And
I
Guillermo's
remember.
tears.
I was crying
You're a
that
Ronda
day.
Rousey
man.
fan,
I saw
Guillermo?
Guillermo's
Amazing fighter, amazing
Crying.
fighter.
We
Much
were
respect
crying
for her,
with,
man.
Okay, I wasn't crying,
We
but
were
like
crying with Amir, remember?
I was sad.
When Ronda Rousey got knocked out.
I think Guillermo was more upset when Nick Diaz beat Connor. Nick
Nate.
Diaz, Connor.
It's okay
I'm sorry,
because
Nate Diaz.
we
yeah.
got revenge right
The
after
first
that.
one,
It's
the first-
alright.
the first-
Oh yeah, he was crying for that.
But he didn't beat. It was. There was a decision, but he didn't. It wasn't. like-
No. The first one, Nate.
The second one, there was a decision.
The second one, Connor. Man, I think Nate won. If you ask me.
I
No
thought he won the
shot.
Second fight.
Yeah, Nate won
I
the
don't know.
war. Nate won the war. Connor may have won that battle, but Nate won the war, man.
Yeah.
I want to see that again too.
I'd love to see that.
The
that
third
part
one?
3.
That would be a great
But I think
rematch.
because Conor has now, since he's won with Cowboy.
Oh, Cowboy.
He wants Khabib. He wants.
Yeah, who's next? Who's next? for Conor?
Masvidal. He wants.
I think
Probably Jorge,
there
right?
was talk. There was talk about
He wants
him.
Khabib. He wants.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna give him Khabib yet.
But like, I
he
think
has to
he's
earn
too
it.
small to fight Masvidal. Masvidal's that's a big.
That is a big fight, and also Masvidal would destroy him.
But he's
Strong
smaller.
Conor?
Oh yeah.
But he's smaller than him naturally. He'd have to come up to like 155 or 170 for that. fight.
Masvidal would.
No.
Oh, Conor would.
He doesn't fight
Okay.
naturally at 170.
Christian says hi, guys.
Christian!
How's he going?
Did you
Dude, where are you?
Did he see the
You're
results?
famous.
Yes,
Didn't
we're
come.
You're famous.
Christian,
we need your autograph.
Can you sign my gi, please? If anybody has ever sparred with Christian, I'd rather get sick than spar with Christian.
I can agree with that.
Jerry says Holly Holmes destroyed her because she stayed from ground game.
Yes,
She had no
wanted
chance trying to
box.
box Holly, who has a gold medal in boxing.
Yes.
I
I
agree.
like Holly Holm.
I like
I do
Holly
too.
Holm a lot.
Holly Holm is amazing.
She a boxer or a kickboxer?
I think she started being boxer first, and then she did a few kickboxing.
But that was her thing, man. That was her thing, striking and
She
kicking.
started with.
She was a world
striking.
champion, right, in
And
kickboxing?
then we teach these principles all the time in class. How do you neutralize a striker? You stand all the way out,
All the way out or all the way in.
or all the way in.
Man,
And Ronda made the
distance.
mistake of
She was trying to prove a point. I think that she was
She's
I
trying to
agree.
do the
the
John
toughest in
I agree.
every aspect of
That's
fighting.
very common in grapplers.
They want to stand
You
up.
know.
They want to stand.
It's because
They want to prove
the,
they can
the,
strike.
this principle is simple, right? Stay away, but it's gonna happen like the Adesanya Yo Romero, right? If you wait, because as a grappler you wait for them to come and then you go in,
Right.
right? But then if this guy waits to, right? That's why I think happened to Kron
Yeah.
with Cobb Swanson,
Right.
Definitely.
right? Cobb is waiting, and Kron, if he waits, then there'll be no fight.
Right.
So I think Kron took it upon himself to go forward.
Yeah. And in Cub strategy was
Wait,
100% perfect. Right.
wait,
as far as-
and take down the fence.
Right.
So
Right.
in the example of Yoel and Israel Adesanya, like Israel Adesanya's next fight is against Paulo Costa.
Oh, dude, he's getting destroyed.
Paulo Costa, did you see him
I
fight
haven't
against?
seen Paulo Costa.
His fight against Yoel Romero was very different. Paulo
see.
Costa has the confidence of an unbeaten fighter and is a very aggressive, very accurate striker. But he comes out the gate really, really hot and has a lot of energy, and then in the second round he gassed. Like he got real tired.
So all Adesanya needs to do is weather the storm.
Weather the storm. And
Or
then might
he
be
needs to
able-
work on his cardio a little more, you know. And
Who? Paulo?
Paul, yeah.
That's possible, and he probably will. If anything, that was what was illustrated in that Yoel Romero fight. But I think it will be a much more exciting fight because Israel Adesanya is a counterpuncher, and Paulo's not going to be waiting around like Yoel.
He just needs to lose a little.
That's all he did.
Riding merengue.
Yeah, that's what.
Natural strikers, when they go to the ground, it's amazing to see who's the better grappler. When the two natural strikers grappling second game go to the ground, it's amazing to see how, who's the better grappler now that they're both out of their comfort zone. I don't say out of their comfort zone, but not out of their first love. Their first love being striking, they go to the ground now.
Which was a fight that you remember had an amazing ground back and forth?
Man, I have to go way back though for this. Genki Sudo.
Genki Sudo.
Genki Sudo is one of my favorite grapplers.
Man, Genki Sudo
That's
was...
way back in the day. Original leg locker. That's the guy.
He
who
was
leg
before Aoki.
Aoki, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, some people don't know.
They don't know who that is.
Genki Sudo.
That's who
I don't
Genki
know
Sudo
that.
was leg locking people before it was in
Was
style.
leg locking.
Do you know who has really good like highlights too? Damian Maya.
I was
If you-
going to
if
say
you look
Damian
him-
Maya.
If you look him up, man, his
Jacare,
jiu-jitsu is
How did he
amazing.
do his last fight? Maya?
He won.
Incredible.
I
won.
did. I
Yeah,
did
he
not
has
see that
this
fight, but I saw the
specific-
highlights.
He has this specific leg weave guard pass that I've tried to understand, but it is just it's like magic. I don't understand it. I need to watch it again. It's incredible. It's a specific way of passing the guard using like a leg weave.
And Damian Maya is just such a great guy too.
Oh yeah.
He's super humble.
Mm.
And,
Do you know who he trains under?
I don't know exactly.
No.
No. But
Damien Maya?
Mhm.
everybody says that he's like just super straightforward,
It's a typical of
Humble.
high level jiu-jitsu practitioners.
Exactly.
They're very humble.
Yeah. So yeah, Damian Maya has good fight. I didn't like the fight with Anderson. Remember, the fight with Anderson was kind of weird.
Anderson Silva
was kinda
fights are hit or miss, right? 'Cause
Exactly.
It depends on the mood that Anderson is in.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it's-
Fabio Gurgel.
That's who Damien.
Demian Maia.
Yeah, super. Man, Fabio Guerrero, he's a
Fabio Gurgel is
He's a who's who.
Marcelo Garcia's coach.
Yes.
Was Marcelo Garcia's
Alliance.
Yes.
I like Marcelo Garcia.
And yes, Damian Maia was. Do you remember Matt Hughes? With,
Wrestler?
Yes, with the guy with the dreads, right?
Ben Henderson?
No,
No,
Ben
not
Henderson.
Ben Henderson. Guy with the
Benson
dreads.
Henderson? No, I don't remember.
Oh, Benson Henderson. Yeah, maybe it is Benson.
No, Benson Henderson is another one.
Dreads?
I don't remember.
Matt Hughes with the BJ Penn. Remember BJ
Oh
Penn?
man, those are iconic
Matt
fights.
Hughes.
Man. Iconic fights.
Amazing
Iconic
fights. Also,
That whole
Matt
class.
Hughes GSP.
That whole weight
I was
class.
gonna say GSP, Matt Hughes, BJ Penn, that whole
that weight class
incredible.
was
Yeah.
stacked.
Yeah.
I mean, and of course, all Militich. Those Matt Hughes was part of that Militich camp, and all those guys were really good, man. All those fighters. I think Holly Holm trained under the Militich camp for a little bit.
Pat Miletich.
Pat Militich.
Yes, I remember Pat Miletich. He fought. I think one of his last fight was with Henso Gracie. You know, I think he had guillotine. Henso gave him in a guillotine.
He's been doing it a long time too, Henzo. He just
Man, he fought last year, right?
Last year, I think he did.
It's
He had
crazy.
that little back weave, that little leg weave back
Yes, yes. Everybody was like, "How did he do that?" You know, and
That's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
Crown used that same
Yeah.
leg whip.
Those little
on his fight.
like magic moves, man. They're so simple, but so effective.
Yes, Henso fought in Pride too.
Yes.
Remember the Gracie Killer,
Sakuraba.
Sakuraba? Man,
Kushi Sakuraba.
he beat
He still fights.
Sakuraba still
Yeah,
fights.
he does like
Oh, no.
special matches.
Grappling
Bro.
only, right? Is it grappling? Is it
Yeah, it's grappling only. Yeah.
Oh, grabbing. But Sakuraba, he beat Hoyler, he beat
Then he beat Hoyce,
Hyen, he beat Hoyce and Henso.
and then Halleck came up and beat him.
Hyen beat him.
Fight-
It
Halleck
was already
it was
past his
old,
prime.
yeah, he was
Oh
old.
yeah, that was a good fight.
Yeah.
Halleck Sakuraba. But the fight with Hoyce lasted, they had like 10 rounds forever. So they were getting like into an hour. Jeez. No, wait, 10-minute rounds. But we no
Just
10-minute rounds. After 10
Round
minutes,
35.
Yes. I don't remember what round they made it to, but at one point Gracie Horion threw the towel. Because Hoyce just was like spent, you know. But the whole fight is in YouTube. Sakuraba versus Hoyce. I think it's in YouTube. Hoyce had good fights after the UFC. Because then he stopped fighting and he went to fight like in Japan. Remember he fought Yoshida?
Mm-hmm.
You remember
Yeah.
Yoshida? And Yoshida called him an Ezekiel.
Mm.
But you couldn't see Hoyce's face, and Yoshida talked to the referee. He's out. The referee stopped it, and then Hoyce was like, "I'm not out. I haven't tapped." And it was a whole controversy. But Yoshida was a good judo guy. He actually fought with his gi. He had good fights with like Vanderlei. Man, Vanderlei
Vanderlei
Pride.
Silva?
Who remember the Pride days?
A little bit.
You remember Pride?
I've gone back and
You
watched.
see
some
any
of it.
Pride?
Quentin
Guillermo?
Jackson,
never.
like all those guys. Quentin Jackson, Vanderlei
Fedor.
Silva. Fedor was there. Anderson Silva was there too.
Anderson.
Bas Rutten? Was he in?
Bas Rutten. No, but was really Bas before also.
I think Boss might have been before Pride. Boss has been
Yes.
fighting a long time too.
Bochanchin,
Oh wow.
Igor Bochanchin,
Now you're going way back.
the kicker from Croatia, Krokop.
Yes,
Mirko Krokop.
Yep.
Krokop was also in
Kicking guys
Pride.
into oblivion.
What was the name of the 7-foot Korean guy on here?
Yes, you're right.
I don't remember his
forgot
name.
his name.
Hong Cho? Hong Cho?
Honcho too. He fought Fedor too.
That's right. That's right.
Do you remember the fight of Fedor with Kevin Randleman?
I do remember that fight.
Kevin Randleman suplexed Fedor.
I remember that. Like twice. Didn't he do it twice?
my God.
Twice, and then Fedor just escaped the side mount. Fedor was just amazing. People were considering Fedor the best. That's one of the disappointments of Fedor never fighting in the UFC.
Yeah.
How do you think he would have done it in the UFC?
And then
Probably
heavyweight
well.
division? Man, because he
That
already
point.
beat Arlovsky. I mean, easily in Pride.
Andre
remember?
Arlovsky.
he beat Arlovsky in
Yeah.
Pride. But
I think-
was Arlovsky already UFC?
I think Arlovsky was
Fight.
good in the UFC.
Right.
Before that, Fedor was in Pride, and then Arlovsky ended up leaving the UFC, went back to Pride, fought Fedor, lost to Fedor. in Pride, or if it was it Pride then? I don't remember, but that time that was what, Tim Sylvia, that was
Team Sylvia,
that was
Frank Mir maybe.
Frank Mir was
Frank
up there.
Mir.
Yeah, Frank Mir was there. Both the Nogueira brothers were up there, I think.
Yeah.
Nogueira.
Nogueira brothers were the amazing fight Nogueira versus Bob Sapp.
Bob Sapp, big Bob
Do you
Sapp.
remember
I
Bob
do
Sapp?
remember
You guys need to watch that fight. Bob Sapp with Rodrigo or Rogero.
I don't remember which. I think
Either
it was
man,
Big Nog.
so
Might have been
confused.
Big Nog.
That Bob Sapp just was beating him. Like at one point he did the wrestlers where they put him upside down and man just
Boston
like
Crab?
yes man.
He did Boston Crab?
He did that to Nogueira.
That is hilarious.
His head hit the man or his neck. I don't know how he
Bob Sapp, if he didn't win in the first round, he was doomed after that because he gassed really quick.
He
big,
gassed.
big muscular guy, but man,
And then at one point, I think it had the second or third round that Nogueira got him in an armbar.
that's right. He armbar.
Jerry says that I don't even know how to say that name. Choi Hong.
Hong Choi.
Hong Choi.
Yeah.
What
Was
the
the
name?
seven? Was the 7'12"?
Hong Choi, yeah.
What was the name of the guy who beat Anderson in Pride?
The
You
guy,
remember?
the scissor
Got him in a-
takedown,
the
and
scissor?
inside heel hook.
Do you
what was
remember
his
that?
name? I don't know. I didn't look it up. I
Man,
don't remember
Anderson
that.
was
I'm gonna
beating
I'm gonna look.
the heck out of this guy in Pride. And man, the guy was just didn't have any answers for Anderson's game, right? And out of nowhere, jump into like a scissor legs.
Like a scissor
and
takedown.
Scissor
It's
takedown,
illegal. Like you can't do it in any grappling competitions.
Really?
and call him with a like heel hook. And Anderson was just like tap, and it was just amazing victory.
Christian asked if you can save him a newspaper.
We only have one, bro.
Christian, it's also online. You can see it online.
It's online to see the paper. Best of London, thank you guys.
Might have an extra one at home.
Yo,
I'll give it to
Chonan?
you.
I don't know.
Rio
who that is.
Chonan, yes, that's him. Rio Chonan.
Rio Chonan. Scissor takedown. Says submission, flying scissor heel hook.
Flying scissor heel hook.
Man, that was back in the day. That was 2000.
What a
not
technique.
far. 2004.
2004?
Yes, in Japan.
I was 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What else? You guys, what memorable fights you remember?
MMA.
MMA from UFC.
Man, there's so many for them. Because like it's gonna depend on how old they are. Some of them are gonna be like, man, I loved watching like the newer kids. I loved watching Conor McGregor and
McGregor.
you know,
For
or
the newer
Cowboy, or you know, the newer ones. And then like the people like you, me. There's gonna be people that be like, oh, from way back when, like UFC 1. You know, what was the boxer's name that had one glove? Bob. Is it Bob?
Jemerson?
One glove?
He had
Yes.
and UFC 2.
Yes.
You can
I
grab
think
He had
one
one
and
glove.
hit with the other.
Yeah. And he got tapped out. Who tapped? I think Hoist beat him.
Hoist been there.
I don't know if
That's
he's
so
considered MMA or anything, but remember when Pedro Sauer fought that
Bodybuilder.
bodybuilder guy,
Yes.
Mr. Olympia? I
That's
don't
a
know
great
what.
video.
That was awesome.
He talked about that when he was
Yeah.
here, huh?
Yes.
He talked a little bit about it and how he was a different person now.
So the Gracies had this open challenge in Brazil, right? Where like, hey, just come and just fight with us,
There's a lot on YouTube. A
right?
lot of challenge
So
matches.
yes, and they were doing that as a way to prove that they were actually a good
Martial
good
art,
martial arts. So at any point, anybody, that's what the Gracie diet was created, because they had to be ready. At any point, they could be practicing. Okay, somebody
Walks
came in.
into school, yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
even-
Manny says he was Mr. Utah.
Mr.
Mr.
Utah.
Yeah.
And I think something might have happened with Mr. Yuta, who might have said, hey, I don't, my strength is enough. And they set up the fight with Pedro Sauer. And the fight is in YouTube.
Was that here? Was that here somewhere in Northern Virginia? Do you know?
What?
That fight? Was it here?
No, Utah.
It was in Utah. Okay,
Yeah.
so Pedro went to
No,
him.
he had his main school in Utah
Oh,
for a
wow.
long
I
time.
didn't know that.
Yeah, he moved here like
After
like
years.
Oh,
like
so that's how they
late 2000.
the connection, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he was Mr.
Yeah,
Utah.
that was Mr. Utah, but man, yes, there are many challenge fights. Like even Hiro, like as a 16, has a
Yeah,
challenge
grappling
fight.
against a wrestler. Like I saw that a wrestler.
Yes, and sometimes where even like not the Gracies, but the students. So they will say, "Hey, be ready. There's a guy coming on Saturday, so be ready."
Tanner, be ready. There's
You
a
know,
guy coming.
Tanner,
saying-
be ready. You're gonna fight a guy
They're a
coming.
bodybuilder from California coming. No weight class.
Yes, there is other challenge fights that even the Migleris brothers, they had
remember that, yeah.
challenge fights.
Jerry says a fight Matt what's his name, Matt Hughes,
Matt Hughes,
against George St. Pierre.
George St. Pierre, classic fights.
Ah,
I haven't
great.
seen
They
that one,
fought
but-
last
Classic
time, right?
fights, man.
I have to
Matt caught
see
him
it.
the first time.
Yeah, I think they fought twice. I think BJ Penn fought twice.
Who won
against
that
Matt
fight?
Hughes. They split. One, the other one. There was 2 fights, if I'm not mistaken.
Do you remember the armbar that Matthews got St. Pierre?
I did remember that.
The Kimura?
But didn't he escaped it? Didn't he escape
No,
this?
no.
He didn't
caught-
escape it?
He caught him.
I didn't see. I
He
remember.
caught him. Look, I'll show you right now. It was like this, right? So, I am Matthews, right? You're here on the bottom. And you go for the Kimura. You are St. Pierre, right?
Mhm.
And then Matthews went like this and got him in the arm. Watch it, right? The Matthews GSP. That's one of the.
Nice. That counter.
Yeah, that was good counter.
How come I don't remember this?
Do you remember Matthews Hoyce?
I did remember.
Also,
I don't think I watched that.
Who won that fight?
Hoyce was past his prime.
Yeah. But he had him flying out and everything.
Matthews flying
He
him
couldn't
out.
finish him.
He couldn't. Hoyce just couldn't keep up. Too much athleticism. Matthews had everything: the standing, the athleticism, the wrestling.
There was a point where he had a short arm bar.
Oh yeah.
And he just would not tap.
Yeah,
Hoyce
that
was
was
not
impressive.
tapping.
He just
Right?
doesn't have the joint locks.
Well, at those years, they weren't tapped.
No.
They wouldn't tap. Like Hansel
And
got
so
his,
his arm
got
broken by
his
Sakuraba.
shoulder broken by Sakuraba.
One last one, guys. Brandon says, "What about the standing guillotine Ortega did on Cobb?"
Oh, beautiful. Yes,
Swanson?
the arm and guillotine.
I mean, guillotine standing.
Mhm.
Yes.
He finished that one, right?
Oh, yeah.
He got him on that.
There are a few standing guillotines in the UFC, and that's one.
John Jones,
Very
Yoto
impressive.
Machida.
Yeah,
And
but that
Jones-
was a weird
yeah, but
one,
the
man.
Ortega,
It was
jumped
like a-
guard.
Right.
Ortega
He had an arm
jumped
in. He had the arm
Yeah,
in.
arm in.
Yeah.
Then the
He
jump
was
guard.
an army. But Ortega is a great fighter. I cannot wait to see him with
The Korean
Zombie.
Zombie.
I think that's the next fight. I think
That's
the
gonna be
whole
great
there was a fight.
Little fallout.
I was a little, you know,
Little fallout there between, I guess, there's just a misunderstanding, I guess, between
yes.
Brian and the translator and
Yeah, the translator thing and everything. I hope Brian will learn, to keep his head cool. Sometimes it's a lot of like
instigators.
instigators and bad mouthing. It's part kind of the game, That's
Yeah.
why like McGregor is like awesome because
He hypes it.
He hypes it. Man, did you see how he was taunting Jose Aldo?
Oh man, I think he beat Jose Aldo. Before
He
they
ended
fought.
his
Yeah,
career,
It was
man.
over before it started.
Man, Jose Aldo saw him and just charged at him, and
Bam.
He will talk in Portuguese to him.
McGregor
So funny.
already knew because he was provoking it so much. It's
Yep.
like he's gonna come to me, and he was just ready for that left, man. So yeah, it was
And
amazing.
Jose Aldo's a good fighter too. He's an amazing athlete,
Jose
amazing
Aldo
fighter.
is like a beast.
I think if it wasn't for Conor McGregor, he'd probably be the top of that division.
He'll be on top for sure. Yep. So Jose Aldo had good fights, and I was impressive. When Jose Aldo went down, I was like, what happened?
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't-
how did
I
he
didn't
just
see
went
it.
down?
It was one punch,
Just
one
one.
left hook.
It's almost like the same shocking effect that when Masvidal knocked out Ben Askren.
That was awesome. That was so satisfying.
That was
You know.
a very satisfying knockout.
Nobody likes Ben Askren.
Nope, because he talks a whole bunch of trash
I don't
and doesn't
know.
back it up.
But Chael Sonnen also talks, and nobody.
Chael
Who?
Sonnen
Chad
has, like-
Sonnen backs it up at least.
Chael Sonnen
At
kinda
least a
has
little,
he
more than
lost.
Ben Askren.
I don't know
Ben
them
Askren?
personally, but I love to watch them fight.
Chael Sonnen?
I love all of them. Him. I love to watch Masvidal fight. I love to watch Conor fight. I
Yes.
like to watch the sport,
Mhm.
And I think a lot of times they have a character, their persona.
Oh yeah,
Definitely,
100%. Yeah,
and
100%.
and it's gonna sell,
Yeah,
So-
same Ben Askren. I think he was trying to beat
Yeah.
Chael Sonnen. The whole bout, man. Chael Sonnen started the whole Like,
The whole talking.
Trash talk.
or you should go back to Muhammad Ali was doing.
Oh yeah, he was doing it. Yeah.
Right.
But like a lot of his opponents would say he's the nicest guy. Like whenever they're not in front of camera, he's the nicest
Man,
gentleman.
after the
Respect.
fights, everybody's just hugging.
They're respectful, yeah.
Even Joanna, remember Joanna with the girl?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the
Always-
karate
always
hottie?
really good.
No, the
sports.
karate hottie.
No,
The
their
one
last
who-
fight.
No,
even
no, the
even
last
Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor were like hugging each other after the fight, man.
So they were because they
Bro,
fought
what's
two
the name
wars.
of the girl who Joanna fought? She had
Rosa, Rose, I don't know her name.
Rose,
Rose,
yes.
Rose?
No.
No,
Yes.
Rose. That's her name.
Doug
Yeah.
Rose.
Dog Rose, yes. Man, at the end of the fight, they were just hugging and everything, you know. Joanna is a good trash talker too.
Oh yeah.
She's a good fighter too, though.
She's a great fighter, but she's been losing now. So,
I thought Joanna won that fight.
Joanna won that fight, you
I
think?
thought so.
If the other girl wasn't the champion, I think that would have been a close fight.
I thought it was a draw. That fight was a draw.
Me too.
It was
I thought
really close.
Man, it was a good fight.
But
Really close.
don't they say you had to actually beat
be the champion, yeah.
Yeah.
Like John Johnson, Reyes. Like that was man.
I
That
didn't
was
see that fight.
a close fight
Or
too.
Yoel and Israel Adesanya.
Oh, okay, that wasn't even a fight, dude. They
I
threw
know,
5
but
punches.
Yoel did nothing.
Yeah, Israel did nothing either.
No, Israel stood on the outside and chopped apart that leg.
Dude, he
He
kicked
fought
him.
the
He
smart
kicked him
fight.
like twice.
Nah.
I feel like it was there. It was the fight was like you said, it was a bad matchup.
It was a bad
You
matchup.
know? But they're amazing fighters, you guys. You
Yep.
gotta give them credit, man.
Yep.
All
Way
the
better than me.
MMA is just a tough sport
The toughest.
in general. Just
Yeah, man.
you know, just to go there and risk your health. You know, get knocked out, cause you're gonna get punched. I mean, you're gonna get a punch in the face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you can get hurt. You can win a fight and still go to the hospital. You know, and then the money is good, but then you have to pay your
I imagine they
You
have
can't-
really, really good medical insurance. through the
Trainers and
UFC.
affiliates and
Yeah.
and then you don't
gym
have
time
another
and-
paycheck until you fight again in
Yeah.
a few months.
So like you're talking about the prelim cards, they're basically fighting just to get there and try to get recognized.
Right, exactly. Once
know?
you get it to the top,
It's
then
tough,
you
yeah.
are seeing good,
Right,
serious money.
right.
But amateur fights,
Conor
Some of
McGregor's
them
story is
fight
really
for-
cool.
for nothing. They don't fight for prize. The amateur fights, local amateur fights, they are good fighters. They're good athletes, and still they don't get paid until like they make it to the
Yeah, the bigger
bigger
federations,
organizations.
federations.
So it's a very tough fight. I don't like to see the you know, when you see the fighters, like when I saw Ortega got beat up by
Max Holloway.
Max Holloway,
Yeah.
you know, I was like, man, you know, all like beat up,
Mm-hmm.
like a black eye shot, and broken nose. That's tough to watch sometimes. You know, we went to watch the boxing,
Oh yeah, man. Even that live is just it's
and even that is a little bit
it's
hard.
it's impressive.
Who do you guys watch?
The boxing over here at Dulles, the Dulles Sportsplex in Sterling.
There's boxing amateur fights.
But like the people that you know, like we knew Craig, we knew Calvin,
Yes.
and then Joel, and then Rubia. We knew all of them, and we.
But
were watching
imagine
it live.
seeing her, right?
Yeah, man.
Getting her face like all. That would be hard.
Yeah,
for
it would
you.
be hard. It would be hard.
So-
I had no like I didn't really know all the other opponents, but I still was like, man, they're in there, they're doing it,
Yep.
you know, and they're I can say they're not. This isn't their livelihood. They got other things going. They have other
Definitely.
jobs,
Yeah.
other careers.
Yeah, they have to have other jobs
Right.
because that's just something
phenomenal,
like
man.
fighters
It's for
do
the love
it.
of the sport.
Fighters just
Respect.
do it for the love of the
Yeah.
for the love of the discipline, and they're
Yeah.
martial artists, and they have this fighting spirit, you know, and that's why they do it. But and hopes that they can make money, but it's tough. That's why Jiu-Jitsu is more like, oh, it's on our back, we get tagged, we get choked, but you know, we don't get punched in
You
the
know,
face.
like, leave, like, all right.
All right, guys, it's time.
The time,
It's time.
man. Where's the
Wow.
time go?
So we're gonna talk about something else.
What do you guys want to talk about? Let's say so.
How's
so,
the battery? Is anybody watching?
7 people are.
7.
Jerry.
There were 14 people
Jerry
watching.
Christian.
Jerry, you still there?
It's the 30th.
You guys, so I'm gonna send another email. We might have to close another week. Initially, when I closed last Saturday, right? I thought it's because this thing is like it's so uncertain, you know. It's go day by day. Like I remember last Monday, right?
You weren't even thinking about closing.
No, we
right?
weren't even thinking
Yeah.
about it, man.
Yeah, I remember.
All of a sudden, from the day after the other day, NFL closed, NBA closed, everybody closed, schools getting closed, public schools. All of a sudden, on Thursday, you wake up, there's no toilet paper at
Yeah.
Costco.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on? And and then we were like, okay, let's just. Grace University closed, and we said let's just close for a week and see how things are. But the way everything is going, we might have to close for another week until like everything starts getting back to normal. And the governor also has prohibited meetings from 10 and more, so that'll be a little bit tough to comply, like, because we have
More students, yeah.
more students than 10, and also considering that the staff members, then we'll have only 5 students.
And then the proximity that we
Parents.
train in, the proximity that we train with.
And also, the risk of like maybe one of them gets the coronavirus, and then the publicity of like there was a case in
Best of Loudon. By the way. By the way.
recently best of Loudon asterisk first case of
By the way.
coronavirus.
So
Well, doesn't want to talk about
sorry.
it.
But I mean, yeah, man.
You guys,
I like the idea, the approach.
It is
though,
what it
because
is.
We're concerned, like some of the kids have grandparents that come to watch them train, and right now since
Babies.
the virus is more has proven to be a little bit more fatal to people who are elderly. We have to take the precautions and the steps, that everybody's putting in place, and it's a sacrifice.
yes. So we're gonna be here. We're thinking about doing the actual class. We have ideas of doing the actual class, but we're gonna create another group just for students, because this is the Facebook page, right? So anybody who likes the page is watching this video right now, but we're gonna create just a super private, all active students only can watch that, and we're gonna be teaching the classes there, like a normal class,
That'd be
but
awesome.
with one person, and then hopefully you can follow us.
That would be cool.
What we're doing and practice, and of course you have to get a partner, or parents can train with the kids, but that's all in the thoughts of ideas what we can do.
Maybe next
That's
week.
always-
I'm sorry, Hermano. Maybe next week, I can bring in Jalea and we can do a demonstration of the
That's
Gracie
what I'm
games.
saying.
The Gracie games, so the parents can see the Gracie games that we
Exactly,
play.
and then just follow. Like we teach them, and they practice with the kids. So you have to be with your kids at certain time. We're gonna send the emails about exactly how we're gonna do this, but so you just practice along with us. That's gonna be something that we're thinking about implementing for next week. You guys, thank you. Jay and Tanner are gonna spar right now, and then we just no.
I'll never say no.
Thank you so
guys
much.
wanna go
Thank
or
you.
no?
Yeah,
How's
of
your
course.
neck?
I'm good.
You wanna go to sparring?
Let's do some
for the
sparring.
cameras?
For sure.
Great job standing in base. Every time.
So in front of it.
Yes, right here. Follow them.
Yeah. Any questions?
Questions, guys?
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to flip it this way. Never mind. Thank you, Jerry.
Keep it there. Keep it like that.
Oh, what happened? I'll let him know, Jerry. Thank you.
Get my hand under his head. It's so heavy.
All right, guys.
Oh my goodness. Awesome, guys. Cool. Nice sparring.
Job, Tanner.
Thank you, Jay.
You guys, thank you for watching.
Best of Loudon.
Best of Loudon.
Best of Loudon.
We did it, guys. Thank you very much for your support. I cannot wait to have you back and celebrate and just have a nice party. Maybe we can organize a party, you think?
Like a little block party.
Yes. Guys, stay strong. Be safe. Stay healthy. Stay positive. This will pass like everything. So, and don't be so much on the news. You know, Binaya yesterday was telling me like sometimes you just kind of like watch a little bit and just leave your phone there because the end of the war is not gonna come, and eventually if there is an important news you need to know, you're gonna know your parents. So stay away so much from that. Be positive. Don't panic. Don't have fear, because that also kind of affect your immune system. You know.
Use that time to spend with your family. Right?
Yeah, stay on your family.
Kids.
Go out, get some sunlight.
Right.
You know, wash your hands, wash your clothes. Don't take your shoes out the door, and then go and just be there. Go hug a tree.
Hug a tree.
Hug a tree. You know, and just make the best out of this thing. And we're gonna be here back Monday. If you have any questions or any concerns, send me an email, please. Watch your videos. Live webinar tomorrow. A street choke seminar. You guys have, there is a lot. Man, I have one more announcement to make. Hansel Gracie has made his library available for students of Helson Gracie Academies.
What?
So you guys, just go there, enter your email, galer.com. We're gonna put the website on the description of this video. Enter your email, create your account, go in there. Hansel Gracie is gonna be available for 30 days, available for free. So you're gonna have the opportunity to learn Hansel Gracie's techniques from his online library. So available for us, guys. I got the news today, so that's amazing.
Awesome.
Yes, we're talking
Very
with
cool.
Rose Gracie, and they talk about that to offer for Helson Gracie schools. And since we're part of Helson, you guys are gonna have that available for you. Galer.com, Hansel Gracie, free for Jiu-Jitsu. So you have Hansel Gracie, you have your Gracie University, you have Sleep Choke Mastery, you have your live webinar coming tomorrow. Don't miss that, guys. And see you Monday. I'm gonna be here, and send me ideas with content, with things you want us to discuss, with how can we make this hour the best for you guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you back on Monday.